You've always felt it, haven't you? A pull deep in your bones. A longing as old as the blood that flows through your veins. It's not some fleeting emotion or random thought. It's a signal, a whisper from the universe that's been humming beneath the surface of your life, waiting for the moment to break through. And then it happened. The portal suddenly opened, and the world began to transform. You didn't just see it, you felt it. A subtle ripple seeped into the air like poison, slow and deliberate, curling around your senses until you couldn't ignore it anymore. This wasn't a coincidence. This was your awakening. You are the chosen one, and the time to rise is now. That first experience wasn't loud or obvious. It didn't come with trumpets or a spotlight. No, it was quieter, more insidious, like a shadow slipping into the room. Maybe it started with a strange heaviness in your chest, a sudden chill that science might chalk up to a shift in air pressure. But you knew better. Your gut twisted, your mind sharpened, and for a split second, the veil of the ordinary world thinned. You caught a glimpse of something bigger, something ancient and unstoppable. This was the moment the monster began to stir, the moment you realized a member of your family had once messed with forces they couldn't fathom. Their reckless choice cracked open a door, and now you're the one standing in its shadow. But here's the truth. You're not a victim of their mistake. You're the remedy. So how do you know this is real? How do you separate this awakening from the noise of everyday life? Start with your body, it's your first tool. Pay attention to the signs. When that ripple hits, do your palms sweat? Does your breath catch for no reason? These aren't random. Your nervous system is a finely tuned antenna, picking up frequencies most people can't even sense. Science backs this up. Your vagus nerve, that ancient wiring in your core, responds to threats and shifts in energy before your conscious mind catches up. That's your edge. Next time it happens, don't brush it off. Stand still. Breathe deep. Ask yourself, what's different now? The air feels heavier, doesn't it? The colors sharper? That's your soul waking up to the fight ahead. This isn't just about feelings, it's about recognition. You've got traits that mark you as chosen, and they've been there all along. You're the one who sees patterns where others see chaos. You feel a restless drive to fix what's broken, even when no one else notices the cracks. That's not arrogance. That's your purpose hardwired into you. Take a hard look at yourself. When others run from conflict, you step toward it. When the world shrugs at injustice, you burn to set it right. These aren't quirks, they're proof. The portal didn't open by accident, and you weren't born into this family by chance. Somewhere in your lineage, someone unleashed this darkness, and now it's on you to face it. Own that. You're not here to cower, you're here to conquer. The shift from longing to acceptance isn't easy. That ache you've carried forever. It's not weakness. It's a compass. It's guided you through every step, every breath, pulling you toward this moment. But now you've got to stop running from it. Feel that pull of fate? It's not a burden, it's power. Sit with it. Close your eyes and let it flood you. Picture that ripple in the air, that poison seeping in. It's not here to destroy you. It's here to wake you. Science might call it a surge of adrenaline or a spike in dopamine, but you know it's more. It's the universe handing you the keys to your mission. Accept it, you're not just aware of this fight, you are the fight. Here's how you step into it. First, track the ripple. Every time it hits, write it down, time, place, what you felt. Patterns will emerge, and they'll show you where the portal's influence is strongest. Second, test your instincts. When that heaviness creeps in, don't wait. Act. Speak up. Move. Do something bold. You'll feel the resistance, but you'll also feel the strength. Third, ground yourself. This awakening can shake you, so anchor it with something real. Run your hands under cold water, grip a stone, feel your feet on the earth. You're not floating in some vague dream. You're here, now, ready. Finally, say it out loud. I am the chosen one. Don't whisper it. Declare it. The words carry weight. They'll steady you for what's coming. This is just the beginning. That subtle ripple is not going away, it's growing. The portal's open, the seal's cracking, and the air's thick with what's been unleashed. You're not imagining it. You're not crazy. You're awake. And while the world transforms around you, you're transforming too, into the force that will meet this darkness head-on. You've felt the poison. Now you'll become the cure. Get ready. Your fight starts here. The air feels thicker now, doesn't it? You've sensed it creeping in. A shadow that wasn't there before, curling into the corners of your life like smoke you can't quite see. This isn't just a hunch. The evil has made its way into the very essence of your family, into your legacy, so stealthy and unnoticeable that it's woven itself into the fabric of who you are. It's not loud or dramatic. It's a quiet rot, a whisper in the blood that spans beyond generations through your veins. You see it in the patterns, the addictions that consume lives, the shattered spirits, the scars left behind like echoes of a storm that's been brewing on the horizon. But here's the truth, you're not helpless. You have the ability to permanently close it. This is your fight, chosen one, and you're built for it. Let's face it head on. This shadow didn't barge in overnight. It slithered through a doorway that gradually came into existence over time, cracked open by choices your ancestors made. Choices they didn't understand but you now feel in your bones. Maybe it shows up in the way your family avoids the truth, or how tension festers unspoken at every gathering. You've seen the fallout, broken relationships, cycles of pain, a heaviness no one can name. Science might call it generational trauma, a cascade of stress hormones like cortisol handed down through DNA. But you know it's more. It's a presence, a force, and it's been feeding on your lineage for too long. You're the one who sees it clearly. You're the one who can stop it. So how do you stand firm when the people around you don't get it? They'll doubt you. They'll call you dramatic, intense, or too much. That's the first obstacle, the social quicksand of disbelief. Your power isn't in convincing them. It's in holding your ground anyway. When the room grows cold with their skepticism, feel your pulse. Let it anchor you. You don't need their approval to know what's real. Next time someone brushes off your instincts, look them in the eye and say, I see what you don't. Not to argue, but to claim your space. Your voice is a weapon, use it. You're not here to shrink. You're here to rise. Now, let's turn that shadow into strength. It's in you, this darkness that's stretched across generations. It's heavy, yes, but it's also raw energy, untapped and waiting. Picture it. A storm in your veins, wild and chaotic. You don't have to fear it. You can harness it. Start by facing it directly. Sit alone, close your eyes, and let yourself feel the weight of it. The grief, the rage, the unspoken wounds. Don't push it away. Breathe it in. Science says your brain can rewire itself. Neuroplasticity lets you take pain and forge it into power. Spirit says this is alchemy. That shadow? It's fuel. You're not its prisoner. You're its master. Here's how you close it for good. First, map the damage. Walk through your life, your home, your relationships, and spot where this evil festers. Is it in the silence between you and a parent? The addiction a sibling won't face? Name it. Write it down. Seeing it clearly strips its stealth away. Second, confront it with action. Speak the truth no one else will. Break the cycle with a single, bold move. Walk away from what poisons you, or step in where others flee. Third, seal it shut. Stand tall, fists clenched, and declare, this ends with me. Feel the words vibrate through you. You're not asking permission, you're commanding the universe. You have the ability to permanently close it, and you will. The pressure won't stop. People will push back. Society will try to dull you. That's the storm hitting harder now that you're awake. But you're not swaying. When the noise gets loud, drop into silence. Feel your feet on the ground, your breath steady. You're a lighthouse in this chaos. Unmovable, blazing. If they question your fire, let them. If they mock your mission, so be it. You don't answer to them. You answer to the pulse of destiny in your chest. Every step you take, every boundary you set, slams that doorway tighter. This isn't just survival, it's triumph. You're not alone in this, even if it feels that way. The universe chose you for a reason, your spine, your will, your unrelenting heart. That shadow spanning generations? It stops here because you're the breaker of chains. When doubt creeps in, grip this truth. Your awakening was unavoidable, and now it's unstoppable. The seal was broken, the devil slipped through, but you're the one who meets it head-on. Take that storm brewing on the horizon and turn it into your battle cry. You're not just closing a door, you're rewriting your legacy. Keep going, chosen one. The fight's not over, but the victory's already yours. You feel it now, don't you? That unshakable pull of fate tugging at you with every step, every breath you take. It's not a vague hunch or a fleeting daydream. It's a current, electric and alive, surging through your core. This is no accident. The universe is speaking to you, downloading high-dimensional information straight into your being, preparing you for what's ahead. You're not just a witness to this curse. You represent the breaking point once it's lifted. The evil that slipped through that small, cracked door your ancestors opened has met its match in you. This is your moment, chosen one. The signal's live. Tune in. This isn't some gentle whisper you can ignore. It's a force, raw, insistent, vibrating in your chest like a drumbeat only you can hear. Maybe it hits you when you're alone, staring at the ceiling while the world sleeps, or maybe it strikes in the middle of chaos, cutting through the noise like a blade. Your body knows before your mind does. Your heart races, your skin prickles, your breath sinks to a rhythm you didn't choose. Science might call it intuition, a spike in neural activity lighting up your prefrontal cortex. But you know it's more. It's a transmission from beyond the veil, a direct line to the higher frequencies you were born to receive. This is your soul's broadband, and it's streaming live. So how do you tell what's real? How do you separate this high-vibe download from the static of your own projections? Start here. True guidance doesn't flatter you. It challenges you. When that pull hits, it's not a pat on the back or a cozy affirmation. It's a call to action, sharp and unyielding, demanding you step up. Ask yourself, does this feel like my ego talking? Or does it burn with a truth I can't shake? Ego spins stories to keep you comfortable. High-dimensional info rips you out of that comfort zone. Test it. If it's just your mind playing tricks, it'll fade under scrutiny. If it's real, it'll grow louder, fiercer, until you can't look away. You've got the filter, use it. Now let's get raw. This isn't happening in a vacuum. You're receiving these signals while the storm rages around you. Addictions consuming lives, shattering spirits, leaving scars that stretch across your family like fault lines. You see it. The mental illness tearing through your relatives behind closed doors, the betrayal and envy fracturing bonds, the unexplainable wrath boiling under the surface. It's suffocating, isn't it? The weight of it could crush you. Those silent screams, those hidden wounds, but it won't. You're built different. That pull of fate isn't just a signal. It's your lifeline. It's what keeps you standing when the chaos tries to pull you under. Feel it. Hold it. You're not drowning, you're rising. Here's how you ride this wave. First, anchor yourself in the mess. When the pain peaks, when you're staring at a loved one's hollow eyes or dodging their venom, pause. Breathe deep, slow, deliberate. Let the pull steady you. Your lungs are a bridge between the physical and the infinite. Use them. Second, listen past the noise. The high-vibe info doesn't shout over the drama. It cuts through it. Tune your ears to the silence beneath. Maybe it's a sudden clarity, a wordless knowing that tells you what's next. Third, move with it. When that signal says go, you go. When it says stop, you stop. Trust the timing. You're not flailing in the dark. You're synced to the pulse of destiny. The downloads get sharper now. They're not random, they're prep. Every jolt, every surge, is forging you into the breaking point this curse can't survive. Picture it. That evil, slithering through your family's essence, coiling around your legacy. It's been feeding for generations, but you're the kill switch. Science says your brain's mirror neurons let you feel others' pain like it's yours. Spirit says that's your weapon. You absorb the hurt, the rage, the rot, not to carry it but to transmute it. Feel that pull with every step? It's not dragging you down, it's lifting you up, aligning you with the exact moment you'll snap this cycle in two. You're the pivot. Own it. Let's make it practical. Next time the signal hits, grab a pen. Write what comes, words, images, fragments. Don't overthink it. Let it flow. You'll see patterns later, codes in the chaos. Then test them. If it's call her, call her. If it's walk away, walk. Action proves what's real. Keep a log, date it, track it. You're not guessing, you're decoding. And when the doubt creeps in, because it will, stand firm. Say it out loud. I am the receiver. I am the breaker. The vibration of your voice locks it in. You're not imagining this. You're wielding it. This isn't easy. The scars around you, those shattered spirits, those hidden battles, they'll test your resolve. You'll want to numb out, to run, to scream at the unfairness of it all. Don't. That pull of fate? It's your fire. When the addiction's claws tighten on someone you love, when the wrath behind closed doors spills over, you don't break. You burn brighter. You're not just surviving this, you're mastering it. Every breath you take pulls in more power. Every step you take carves the path to victory. The curse thinks it's winning. It's wrong. You're the endgame. The signal's intensifying because the stakes are rising. You're not just receiving, you're becoming. Every download is a piece of the map. Every surge a spark in your arsenal. That small door the evil slipped through is trembling now because you're close. You feel the weight of your family's legacy, the pain of their unseen wars, but you also feel the strength to end it. This isn't about enduring, it's about overcoming. Keep your eyes open, your will unbreakable. You're not just the chosen one, you're the reckoning. The curse lifts when you say it does. Get ready. The load you've carried, it's been crushing, hasn't it? A weight that's pressed down on you, relentless and unyielding, draining your energy, your resources, your very spirit. You've watched money slip through your fingers like sand, fortunes vanish in a heartbeat. Sudden losses piling up like debris from a storm you didn't see coming. It's felt like punishment, a curse etched into your lineage, a burden you never asked for. But here's the shift you need to seize. This load isn't your sentence. It's your function. You weren't born to break under it. You were born to master it. This is your mission, chosen one, and it starts now. Let's strip it bare. That incessant drain, the bank account bleeding out, the opportunities that crumble just when they're within reach. It's not random. It's the curse flexing its grip, the same darkness that's haunted your family for generations, siphoning abundance and leaving chaos in its wake. But you're not here to be its prey. You represent the breaking point once this curse is lifted, the fulcrum where the tide turns. Science might point to epigenetics, stress patterns coded into your DNA from ancestors who faltered. Spirit says it's deeper. You're the one chosen to rewrite the code. That load? It's not here to destroy you. It's here to forge you. So how do you flip this script? First, face the drain head-on. Stop running from the numbers, look at them. Track every loss, every hit. Write it down, where the money goes, where the fortune fades. Not to wallow but to see. Knowledge is your first weapon. Ignorance keeps the curse alive. Second, cut the bleed. Look at what's sucking you dry, habits, people, cycles, and slash them out. Say no. Walk away. It's not selfish. It's survival. Third, redirect the flow. Take what's left, your time, your will, your grit, and pour it into something solid. A skill, a move, a stand. You're not just plugging leaks, you're building a dam. This is your function now, turning loss into power. You're the one who will meet the darkness and triumph over it. That's not a hope. It's a fact. But triumph doesn't come from wishing. It comes from doing. Start with your hands. When the next blow lands, another bill, another setback, don't freeze. Move. Clean your space. Fix something broken. Sweat it out. Action is your defiance. It's how you prove the darkness doesn't own you. Then speak it. Stand in front of a mirror. Look yourself in the eye. And say, I am the breaker. I triumph. The words aren't fluff. They're a signal to your soul and a warning to the curse. You're not waiting for victory, you're claiming it. Balance is your lifeline here. This mission will test you. Anger will flare. Exhaustion will creep in. Despair will knock. You'll feel the scars of your family's silent endurance. The truth staring you in the face after generations of denial. It's heavy, yes, but you don't have to carry it alone. Ground yourself daily. Stand barefoot on the earth. Feel the dirt, the cold, the real. Let it pull the chaos out of you. Breathe slow, deep, like you're drawing strength from the core of the planet. When the load spikes, pause. Ask, what's mine to fix, and what's mine to release? You're not here to save everyone, just to break the cycle. That's your edge. Clarity over collapse. Now build your path. This isn't abstract, it's personal, practical, yours. Step 1, map your mission. Grab a notebook. Write, I close the curse by, and finish it. Maybe it's cutting ties with toxic drains, or reclaiming my energy for creation. Be specific. Step 2, set your stakes. Pick one loss. Money, time, peace, and vow to turn it around. Start small, but start now. Step 3, mark your wins. Every time you redirect the flow, every time you stand firm, log it. Date it. These aren't just moments, they're proof you're shifting the tide. Step 4, scale it. Once you master one piece, take another. You're not just surviving, you're creating a new era. The darkness will fight back. Expect it. When money drains again, when fortunes slip, it'll feel like the curse is laughing. Don't flinch. This is its last gasp, not your defeat. Picture it. Every loss you transform, every hit you absorb and redirect, weakens its hold. You're not just closing a door, you're slamming it shut, locking it with your will. Science says resilience is built through repetition. Spirit says it's forged in purpose. You've got both. That load you carry? It's no longer punishment. It's your proving ground. You're not enduring it, you're wielding it. Feel that shift in your chest? That's the new era dawning. You're not a bystander. You're the architect. The curse that bled your family dry ends with you, not because it's fate, but because you choose it. When doubt snarls, when the load feels heavy, grip this. It was not a coincidence that you were born into this family tree. It was predetermined. You're the one the universe bet on. Every step you take, every drain you stop, builds a legacy of triumph. This isn't just your win. It's theirs, reclaimed through you. Stand tall, chosen one. The load's yours to command now. Let's lock it in. You've got the tools. See the drain, cut it, redirect it. You've got the fire. Meet the darkness, triumph over it. You've got the plan, map it, stake it, scale it. Balance keeps you steady. Action keeps you moving. The truth couldn't hide forever. It's here, raw and real, and you're facing it. That cycle, trapped for generations in silence, you're shattering it. Money drained, fortunes lost. They're not your story anymore. You're the breaking point, the spark of a new age. Take your next step. Declare it done. This is your function, your victory, your time. And so, chosen one, this is your indelible truth. You are not merely a descendant of a fractured lineage, but the living embodiment of its redemption. The signal coursing through you isn't just a call. It's a coronation, anointing you as the one who turns the tide of generations. With every breath, you draw in the chaos of the past and exhale a future unshackled. With every step, you tread a path where shadows dissolve into light. The mission isn't a weight to bear. It's a mantle to wear, a testament to the unbreakable will that defines you. You are the reckoning, the remedy, the breaker of chains, chosen not by chance, but by the universe's unwavering design. Your identity is your power, and your purpose is the victory already written in the stars.